Pakistan's challenges are surmountable. The vision and the hope that accompanied Pakistan at its birth 60-plus years ago can yet be recaptured. This is, as I said, an optimistic idea. It's a bold idea. Some may say even that it's too bold. But I'm going to let you decide that for yourself by hearing three speakers today, but also by getting a copy of the book immediately outside the doors. I've read the book. I enthusiastically recommend it. I commend Ambassador Lodhi and the collection of very distinguished authors that she has assembled. Let me talk now specifically about three of those authors, the ones who are addressing us today. Ambassador Maleeha Lodhi, the editor of the book, but has also contributed her own essay in the book. Ambassador Lodhi has twice served as Pakistan's ambassador to the United States, as well as serving as her country's envoy for 5 years to the United Kingdom. She has a remarkably distinguished and a remarkably diverse career as an educator, a journalist, a scholar, an author, as well as serving as a country in several of her as a diplomat in several of her country's most important assignments. Prior to becoming a diplomat, she was editor of two of Pakistan's leading daily newspapers. And the Wilson Center is particularly proud that she was a public policy scholar here at the Wilson Center for a period of a year in 2009-2010, during which some of that time she worked on this book. So we feel a slight sense of paternal pride in this book. We'll be hearing after Ambassador Lodhi from Ziad Aladad, who is one not simply of Pakistan's or this country's, but one of the world's leading energy specialists. He served in Pakistan in the business sector as a senior executive in the natural gas sector. He then had a very distinguished career in the World Bank, more than 25 years of experience, a number of increasingly responsible positions, culminating in his assignment as the Director of Operations for the entire bank. He lived for part of that 25-year career in Turkey, in Romania. He has extensive experience in Russia, in East Africa. He obviously knows a great deal about the energy sector in Pakistan. He's clearly someone that all of us can learn from when we think about energy, as we all do every time we go to the filling station. We will hear from Ziad Haider, who in a period of 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, I guess, is set to pick up not one but 2 different degrees, a master's degree and a law degree. He is in a joint program at Georgetown University's Law Center and the Kennedy School at Harvard. Ziad has had, for one still early in his career, quite a distinguished career already, including serving as a senior foreign policy aide both in the U.S. Senate and the U.S. House of Representatives. Ziad was also a Fulbright scholar in Malaysia, where he studied Islamic law. Now, on to the real business at hand. We're going to hear first from Ambassador Lodhi.
Thank you. It's great to be back here at the Wilson Center. Bob has been, as usual, rather modest about himself and his contribution. He was instrumental in guiding me through this process. And he had to, actually he was compelled to go through each and every chapter in this book. He didn't have a choice. I made sure I kept knocking at his door saying, have you read the next one? So thank you, Bob, and thank you to the Fellowship Fund of Pakistan, because without them, this would not have been possible. I think, the reason, I really want to talk about 3 things. 1, why the book? 2, what's in it? and three, my own contribution in this, and what does my chapter have to say about governance and particularly representative politics in Pakistan. So basically the idea came because a great deal has been written about Pakistan. It's been, for good or for bad, in the spotlight for much too long for much of us. But much of this perspective has come from outsiders. Of course, we welcome that. We like people to be interested in our country. But I think we also felt that Pakistanis themselves needed to discuss their country's strengths and weaknesses and try to change the national discourse in Pakistan itself. Because too much emphasis had been put for many years on crisis, problems, dilemmas, difficulties, and too little, in our opinion, on solutions. How to address those challenges? How can we surmount those challenges? So the idea of the book was to offer an all-Pakistan cast, and I'm very humbled by the fact that the people in this book are a galaxy of some of the best minds in Pakistan. Some of them live outside Pakistan, but I know that their hearts reside in Pakistan, and therefore their contribution to this book is something that I'm very grateful for. Two of them are right here, and I'm grateful that they took the time and came today. So this is an attempt to provide an insider's perspective, as it were, and to see how Pakistan's systemic and fundamental challenges can be addressed. So the book brings together scholars, practitioners, and people from different backgrounds. And I like to say that we have amongst these people both pessimists and optimists. I mean, I like to sort of describe pessimists as those who have better information, but optimists are the ones who have better judgment. So I think, broadly speaking, what comes through in this book is that better judgment, which is, the book, as Bob said, does not shirk or shrink from openly and honestly discussing the country's problems, what brought us to the point that we came. But it's also concerned with focusing on the positives. I think if any of you were to go to Pakistan right now, and I know there was a bomb blast only yesterday in Karachi, but I think if any of you was to go back, you would be stunned to see how a country, which just less than a year ago had been struck by the great floods of 2010, has been able to, in a way, bounce back. This is not to say that the whole work of reconstruction and rehabilitation is complete, but it's extraordinary how the people of that country are able to look, in a way, a disaster in the eye. And this was a natural disaster, and we've had many disasters, mostly man-made, not woman-made, but also very few, very few. To look that disaster in the eye and just, in a way, that endurance of spirit, that tenacity of spirit, that resilience is something that we felt in this book was not captured by those who were writing about us. So therefore, I think while we have a diversity of views in this book, I think what binds all the contributors together, and we have people like Ahmed Rashid, Aisha Jalal, Shibra Nawaz, many of whom could not be here today, much as I would have liked them to, Zahir Hussain and others. What binds all of them together is their faith in Pakistan's ability to surmount its various crises, its ability to really come to grips with its problems, and their belief that change can only come from within, that the impetus for change can come from within that country, not from without. And while we gratefully acknowledge the assistance outsiders provide us, that won't transform Pakistan. What will transform Pakistan is Pakistanis coming up with Pakistani solutions to Pakistani problems. And that's what this book aims to do.